extra, extra, extra.
This word refers to something that is added or included, but not necessary. It's something extra that you might want or need, but can still do without. Here is a sample sentence. The movie theater offered extra large popcorn sizes with an additional charge.
Extract, extract, extract.
It means to take something out from something else, like getting what you need from a mixture or a whole thing. Here is a sample sentence. The scientist was able to extract the DNA from the blood sample using a specialized technique. In this example, extract means to pull or draw something out from a larger whole, in this case, the DNA from the blood.
Extraordinary, extraordinary, extraordinary.
This word describes something that is very unusual or special, often because it's better than usual or stands out from others. Here's a sample sentence. The fireworks display was truly extraordinary, with vibrant explosions of color and light that lit up the entire sky. In this sentence, extraordinary means exceptionally impressive or remarkable. It suggests that the fireworks display was unusually good or memorable.
Extravagant, extravagant, extravagant.
This word describes something that is overly expensive or showy, often to an excessive degree. It's about going beyond what's necessary or reasonable. Here's a sample sentence. The billionaire's extravagant spending habits were legendary, with him often dropping tens of thousands of dollars on a single night out at a high-end nightclub. In this example, extravagant describes the billionaire's spending habits as being excessively luxurious and wasteful.
Extreme, extreme, extreme.
This word refers to something that is very far from what's normal or usual, often in a way that's surprising or intense. Here is a sample sentence. The extreme weather conditions, including heavy rain and strong winds, caused widespread power outages throughout the city.
I.
It's a part of the body that helps you see things around you. Here is a sample sentence. She closed her eye to block out the bright light.
Fabric, fabric, fabric.
It's something that is made from threads or yarns, woven together to create a strong and flexible material. Here is a sample sentence. The interior designer carefully selected the fabric for the sofa, choosing a soft and luxurious velvet that would add warmth to the living room.
Fabricate, fabricate, fabricate.
To make something up that isn't true, often by lying or inventing details. Here is a sample sentence. The detective suspected that the suspect was fabricating their alibi to avoid suspicion. In this example, fabricating means to make up or invent something, in this case, an alibi, in order to deceive others.
Face, face, face.
It's the front part of the head where features like eyes, nose, and mouth are located. Here's a sample sentence. She smiled and showed me her face, which was flushed from excitement. This sentence demonstrates the word face in its most basic sense, referring to the front part of the human head.
Facilitate, facilitate, facilitate.
This means to make something easier or simpler for someone else to do. Here is a sample sentence. The event organizer's job was to facilitate communication between the speakers and the audience, ensuring that everyone had a chance to ask questions and participate in the discussion. In this example, facilitate means to make something easier or more efficient by providing assistance or support.
Facility, facility, facility.
It's something that makes a task or activity easier to do, often by providing a place or equipment for it. Here's a sample sentence. The hospital has a state-of-the-art facility with advanced medical equipment and a team of experienced doctors. In this example, facility refers to a building or complex that provides a particular service, in this case, medical care.
Faction, faction, faction.
It's a group of people who disagree with each other, often within a larger group or organization. They have different opinions and ideas about how things should be done. Here's a sample sentence. The politician's decision to join the faction that opposed her own party's leadership was seen as a betrayal by many of her colleagues. In this example, faction refers to a small group within a larger organization or community with a shared interest or goal.
Factor, factor, factor.
It's something that helps make or change something else happen, often by being part of it or affecting it in some way. Here is a sample sentence. The weather, combined with the traffic congestion, was a significant factor in my late arrival to work.
Fade, fade, fade.
It means to slowly become less visible or noticeable, often because something is disappearing or getting weaker. Here is a sample sentence. The colors in the painting began to fade over time, losing their vibrancy and intensity. This sentence demonstrates the verb fade in action, showing how something, in this case, the colors, gradually loses its strength or intensity.
Faint, faint, faint.
This word means being very weak or barely noticeable, often because you haven't eaten or drunk enough. Here is a sample sentence for the word faint. After not eating all day, Sarah felt faint and had to sit down on the couch.
Fairly, fairly, fairly.
This word means doing something or being something that is close to perfect, but not exactly so. It's like being almost right on target. Here is a sample sentence. She's fairly tall, but not as tall as her brother. In this example, fairly means to some extent or somewhat, indicating that she is taller than average, but not extremely so.
Fairy, fairy, fairy.
A mythical being that is small, magical, and often associated with nature. Here's a sample sentence. The children were delighted by the tiny fairy perched on the windowsill, her delicate wings shimmering in the sunlight.
Faith, faith, faith.
It's a strong feeling or trust that something is true, even if you can't see it or understand it fully. It's about believing in something without needing proof. Here is a sample sentence. She found comfort and strength in her deep faith, which helped her navigate life's challenges with courage and resilience.
Faithful, faithful, faithful.
This word means being true to someone or something and sticking with them through good times and bad. Here is a sample sentence. She was a faithful companion to her elderly mother, always visiting her on Sundays and helping with errands. In this example, faithful means loyal or dedicated, indicating that she consistently shows up and helps out.
Fake, fake, fake.
Something that is not real, but looks or sounds like it is. Here is a sample sentence. The designer's expensive handbag turned out to be a fake, made in China instead of Italy.